says there, and she came to him saying, get justice for me from my adversary. Now, that verb came is not real well translated there. It's actually a continuous tense. It's a continual tense. It means that she kept coming. She continually came. In other words, she didn't just come once and leave it at that. She kept on coming and coming and coming. You say, how do we know that? Well, first of all, the tense of the Greek verb is a continual tense. But also, if you notice verse 5, it says a little bit later in verse 5 that the judge says, I will avenge her, yes, lest by her continual coming she weary me. So you notice that this woman didn't only come once or twice and say, what's the use? I give up. This judge is never going to do justice. No, she kept on coming and coming and coming, even though she was a woman that was totally destitute. I want you to notice something very interesting about this woman. This woman, which represents the church, totally destitute of human support, had a faith which was independent, unyielding, and defiant in the face of aggressive misfortune. But in the story, we also have an adversary. The Greek word is antidikon. The question is, who is this adversary? What is represented by the adversary in the parable that totally cleaned her out, that took everything and left her without any human support? Who is this adversary? Well, 1 Peter 5 verse 8 uses the same word to describe Satan. Notice what it says in 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober. Be vigilant. Because your adversary, the antidikon, because your adversary, the devil, walks about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may what? Seeking whom he may devour. So who is the adversary that took everything from the widow? The adversary represents the devil. The adversary represents Satan. Now the question is, did this judge answer the widow's pleas immediately? No. Did she give up? No. What kind of patience did she have? She just sit down, she says, I'll wait for the judge to do it. No. She had a persevering faith, a persevering patience, an active patience, if you please. She says, I'm going to continue coming to him until I get justice, and I'm not going to give up. But there's a delay in the parable. Notice Luke chapter 18, verses 4 and 5. The judge does not answer her pleas immediately. It says, and he would not for a while. Is there a delay in the woman's pleas? Absolutely. But afterward, he said within himself, though I do not fear God nor regard man, yet because this widow troubles me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she what? She weary me. Did he give her justice for the right reason? No. He actually decided that he would avenge her to get her off his back. Is that the way that God listens to our pleas? He says, I'm just sick and tired of them coming and presenting their pleas before me, so I'm just going to give them what they ask so that I can get some sleep. That's not the way God is. You see, God is being compared with a judge by way of contrast. There is a delay in both cases, but when finally the judge answers, he answers for the wrong reason. When God answers, he answers for the right reason. Now let's go to Luke chapter 18 and verse 7. Here comes now the main lesson that Jesus wants to teach in this parable. It says there in chapter 18 verse 7, and shall God not avenge his own elect? So who does the widow represent?